You're exhausted. You've just agreed to help your coworker with their project, even though you're drowning in your own deadlines. Your friend asks you to pet sit for the third time this month, and before you can think, you hear yourself saying yes again. Sound familiar? If you're someone who can't seem to say no, you're not alone. And today, we're diving deep into the psychology behind why you keep saying yes when you desperately want to say no. By the end of this video, you'll understand the hidden psychological forces that make you a chronic people pleaser, why saying yes all the time is actually damaging your mental health, and most importantly, you'll learn practical strategies to break this exhausting cycle. Because here's the truth. Saying yes to everything means saying no to yourself. Let's start with what's really happening in your mind when someone asks you for something. Your brain immediately fires up what psychologists call rejection sensitivity. You're not just worried about disappointing someone, you're terrified they'll stop liking you, that you'll be abandoned, or that you'll be seen as selfish or difficult. This fear often stems from your childhood. Maybe you learned that love was conditional, that you had to earn approval by being helpful, agreeable, and accommodating. Or perhaps you were criticized or punished when you set boundaries. Your young brain absorbed a dangerous lesson. Your worth equals your usefulness to others. Here's where it gets interesting. Every time you say yes and someone thanks you or praises you, your brain releases dopamine. It's the same chemical that makes social media likes feel so good. You've literally trained your brain to crave approval, and saying yes is your drug of choice. But here's the cruel irony. The more you say yes, the less special each yes becomes. People start expecting it from you. They take your helpfulness for granted. You're working harder than ever for less and less appreciation, and you're left wondering why you feel so invisible despite doing so much for everyone. When you always say yes, you're not actually being authentic. You're performing a role. Think about it. How often do you agree to things that don't align with your values, your interests, or your energy levels? You've become so skilled at reading what others want that you've lost touch with what you want. Psychologists call this self-abandonment. You've prioritized everyone else's needs so consistently that you've silenced your own inner voice. You might not even know what you genuinely enjoy anymore because you've been too busy accommodating everyone else's preferences. Let's talk about what happens internally when you say yes but mean no. You build resentment. It starts small. A slight irritation, a feeling of being taken advantage of, but over time it accumulates. You become bitter toward the very people you're trying to please. You might even start feeling angry at yourself for being weak. This resentment doesn't just disappear. It leaks out in passive-aggressive comments, in reduced quality of your help, or in sudden emotional outbursts that seem disproportionate to the situation. You're not a bad person. You're just a person who's been ignoring their own needs for too long. Every yes to someone else is a no to something in your own life. When you agree to that extra project, you're saying no to rest, to your hobby, to quality time with people you actually want to spend time with. When you say yes to babysitting again, you're saying no to that book you wanted to read or that skill you wanted to learn. You have a finite amount of time and energy. By giving it all away to other people's priorities, you're essentially saying that everyone else's goals matter more than your own. And that's not humility, that's self-erasure. So how do you change? It starts with awareness. Notice your physical response when someone asks you for something. Does your stomach tighten? Do you feel trapped? That's your body telling you something your mouth hasn't learned to say yet. Start small. Practice saying, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you," instead of immediately agreeing. This buys you time to consult with the most important person, yourself. Ask yourself, do I have the capacity? Do I genuinely want to do this? Or am I just afraid of disappointing them? Remember, a boundary is not a rejection of someone else. It's a commitment to yourself. People who truly care about you will respect your limits, and those who don't, well, they were never interested in you. They were interested in what you could do for them. Here's your challenge. This week, say no to one thing you would normally say yes to. Notice what happens. Notice that the world doesn't end. Notice that people don't actually hate you. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more psychology content that helps you understand yourself better. Drop a comment below. What's the hardest thing for you to say no to? Let's support each other in the comments. Remember, saying no to others sometimes means saying yes to yourself, and you deserve that.